I am here with Joseph Hayes, everybody, and we're talking a little bit about what we're about to see Sunday night, which is a slow ride. So, first of all, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. There's not a lot of work in my chosen profession, which is writing about food, since most of the restaurants have been closed. So I've been doing other things. I wrote a play during the isolation. That's a part of it has already been produced online, and you do what you do. But
Very good.
otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. So, tell us a little bit about a slow ride.
Slow Ride is a piece that I wrote several years ago, and I'm very much in love with these characters, so I keep bringing it back, keep finding new ways of presenting it and tweaking it as you do when a play ages and you take a look at it again, and always working with different actors makes it a different play. So it's a wonderful thing to constantly look at your own work and see how it can be presented in different ways.
Right. So, what iteration like that? A slow ride was last year at Timucua,
Right,
right?
that's right.
So, which iteration? Like, tell us a little bit about the actors, like what you tweaked, like the story a little bit.
Oh, well, as you age and mature and look at different ways of seeing people, your process in writing a play changes. And as you read the part, you go, that would have been interesting if I'd done this, which I always do after a play is presented. I go, what? I could have done that. Well, bringing it back allows you to do that. So in this iteration with Danielle, Katrina, and Gabriella, got to explore the relationships between these three women. Three women in a family, a grandmother, a mother, and the teenage daughter, and their relationship that all occurs during a bus ride. And so closed spaces, which we all know about now, um, playing on their idiosyncrasies and the triggers that they all have for each other, the buttons that they can all push, possibly without knowing about it, but very often quite intentionally. So there's tension, there's drama, there's comedy, there's madness, because these people are just a little bit crazy. And that's the kind of people I write about. So this is the second time it's been produced and the third time it's been presented, and I think it's the best one.
Very cool, very cool. So yeah, everybody's crazy now. So
That's true.
everybody can relate, So
Mm-hmm.
that's really cool. Yeah, it's fun because I think like we've been doing rebroadcasts
Yeah.
and we haven't rebroadcast as many plays as we have concerts,
Well,
and
you've
so
got a lot more concerts.
yeah. Well, I'm very excited to have a play. I mean, we had a couple of other plays lined up, but
Yep.
the people involved pulled out. Like
Uh-huh.
it was a complicated, like from Venezuela, a very complicated thing, and the
Sure.
government over there got involved and stuff. So I don't want to get into that.
No,
But it's good that your play is completely available and
it's available.
can be presented.
Well, I've done 5 shows on your stage, and I thoroughly look forward to seeing the rest of them if we're still doing replays.
We're going to keep doing that. We're going to
Good.
keep doing that, like because I think there's value to it.
Mm-hmm.
If only because while it's happening, for example, like on Sunday night, you probably going to be watching along, and people can chat, and so you can
Yes.
chat, and the actors can chat, and so that means like it's like a different. Of course, like you miss the live aspect of it, like you're not in the same room as the performers, but you can talk to the performers as they're performing, which
Mm-hmm.
cannot happen normally. So
Right.
it's it's give and take, and every situation is different, and I think that it's something that people should avail themselves to communicate with the performers
Sure.
as the performance is happening.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I've been doing online live performances of my play since 2012. And at the time it was, what is this? This is new and exciting and groundbreaking. And what this situation has done is force people to be familiarized with this idea of live theater and that intimate performance on their screens. So I think it's only going to get larger. It will only get bigger and better, and hopefully people will look at the Zoom productions as more than just people's faces in the screen. They're cameras. They can be used and moved and done other things. And I'm going to be exploring that very soon in a piece that we're doing in just about a month. So
Very
it's
cool.
exciting. It's a new way of reaching an audience. And anytime you can reach a new audience, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. And so I hope that a lot of people will watch. And so basically what people have to do is go on the Timucua website, so timucua.com/events, and then you will be brought to a portal, a link that will bring you to the performance. And so it's free. Donations are encouraged. We will share the proceeds with the performers. And so we hope that people will donate, but people don't have, it's not a fixed ticket price. It's pay what you want. But we've found over the last few months, we used to just like throw them out there and people would watch, but we would get like, we've gotten some large numbers, but then you look closer into the data and it's like, oh, okay, so, 3,500 out of the 7,000 people only watch for 10 seconds. Yeah. That's not very valuable for the performers, you know what I mean? And so we prefer doing it that way. Like, you have to want to see it. But that means that people who see it wanted to see it. And so they're more likely to watch the whole thing, which is what we want. I mean, it's, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but
yes, you do.
You're going to watch the whole thing, It's certainly true of a concert, but it's especially true of a play. I mean, if you don't see the whole thing, you're missing some important parts.
That's it.
So, but this is what you have to do. So go on timucua.com and just basically it's an Eventbrite set up just as any other event, and people can decide to donate or not, but they will get the link and then they will be able to see it that way. So 7:30 Sunday night.
Thank you, Benoit. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, man. And have a great time and keep gardening.
Okay.
Ciao.
See you soon. Bye, everyone.